Today's video is on cakes and sandwiches that are long life. Let's begin with the first one. This is matcha sandwich cake. It is entirely sealed. There is like no oxygen inside. I honestly have no clue how it's supposed to last for a long time. The opening is down here in the bottom. I think maybe you gotta pull it this way. Yes, okay, so this is how we open that. It turns into like a huge triangle. An actual cake piece in a bag that is ready to eat. It comes with a little bag that's supposed to absorb all the moisture. I'm assuming this is how they're preventing the mold appearing inside of this cake. That's the cake. It barely has any filling from what we can see. I would like to try this. It just feels very dry. I need to give it another bite. It feels extremely dry. The filling is basically nowhere to be seen. The cake itself does not taste like matcha at all. It just tastes like vanilla. It doesn't even smell like matcha. It literally just tastes like a standard vanilla cake that has been colored. So that I am not a huge fan of. The next is supposed to be cheese and pork floss sandwich. No clue what that would taste like. This is also same concept, but this is an actual sandwich rather than a cake. Hopefully this one will have more flavor to it. This looks like an actual sandwich. Just has a lot of bread. I honestly don't understand how the bread does not expire sitting like that. Feels very dense and fluffy. I don't know how they make bread like this, but it looks like a good quality bread. 3 bread slices. Then we have pork floss. Not much of it. If you look at it, barely anything. And over here, we're supposed to have cheese. This one is stuck to the buns. It smells like cheese very nicely, however. I can taste cheese, but I think instead of the plastic cheese, this is more like a cheese spread over here. Kind of like a long life cheese spread, if that makes sense, but I cannot taste pork floss. I will give it another bite over here to see. Weirdly enough, this one is not as dry as the previous cake, and taste is also not that terrible. It just tastes like cheese on bread. Bread itself tastes very milky. By itself, it will be just a bit too plain, and I'll probably put another filling inside because that is barely anything here. I cannot taste any pork floss at all. All I can smell and taste is just cheese, but cheese is pretty good. Red velvet cake is next. In here, we already can see a bit more filling than before. So that already is making me relatively happy. There's a little triangle that will pull. The cake feels a bit damp, like in a good way, not like in a bad way. It smells a lot like cream and it smells a lot like red velvet itself, which is surprising to be honest. Okay, this one does taste like red velvet, but you can see the cream does not go all the way through. It kind of starts here, but over here there is barely any, but the cream you can actually taste. The cream is actually very nice. If you were to put it all the way through and probably between these 2 layers too, that would be very good. But the cake itself, I don't mind. It's not bad. It is quite nice. I guess I'm just surprised that it's a long life cake. This one over here is a sandwich with salad and chicken floss. At least that's what it translates to. The sandwich is also long life. I really like the design of this bag as well. 3 layers of bread that we can see, and between them there are fillings. This filling right here looks a bit better than the pork floss filling because there's actually, it looks like there's a bit more of it. I'm not sure what salad they were talking about because so far I see absolutely no salad. In here there is a bit more floss filling for sure. I feel like these are not meant to be eaten by themselves. I think you're meant to have it with a coffee or tea or something because by itself it is a bit dry. However, in here I can really taste the chicken floss and it's very nice. And the cheese the chicken floss is saturated in is the same as in the previous sandwich bread. Cheese is literally identical, but this would go nicer with something like a tea. This one I honestly don't mind. Maybe add some ham to it and you're good to go. Chocolate sandwich cake. This one looks like it has barely any filling at all. So let's open and see what it looks like on the inside. That is our chocolate cake. I never thought I would say this while pulling out the cake out of the bag. Where is my filling? Where is my filling? This cake over here literally had absolutely no filling. This is just like 2 slices of it and you can eat them together or separately, I'm assuming. I do not know, but I feel like filling is missing. It smells ridiculously like chocolate. It smells so good. But look at the size of that slice. It's huge. This slice is literally ginormous. I don't know. I feel like I'm playing with the prop. It doesn't feel like real food. Okay, look, this is ridiculously dry. Red velvet one was definitely better because it had at least some filling, but this one over here, either they forgot to put it, I don't know what, but there is like none. It does taste like chocolate overall, yes. I think maybe you can get this and put your own cream inside. So that way you're kind of paying for the sponge, if that makes sense. And you can have it maybe with coffee or something else. That could go good. The cake was not bad. It just was dry, but it tasted nice though. Overall, the concept of all these things to me is still ridiculously strange. And that was the first time I ever seen them. What is this? What even is this? I cannot believe somebody thought about it. This is pretty cool. I guess on the go to take it to work or something. I would not be eating this every day. The concept is insanely cool. However, if you ever wanna find like a quick lunch, that would be your go-to. Due to convenience of it, it definitely is winning in this category.